Hello everyone, welcome to Sew with AA Clothers YouTube channel. We'll be learning how to make these flare skirts. If it's something you would like to learn, then get into this video. I want to say thank you to all our subscribers. Please don't forget to like and share. Thank you. So for this flare skirt, we'll be needing Ankara fabric, our lining, zipper, scissors, and that's all we'll be needing. You just need your waist measurements, that's all, and your skirt length for this. So the first thing I'm doing now, I'm trying to fold my fabric. I have about 3 yards of this, or 2.5 yards. It's a 360 flare skirt. So the first thing I did, I folded into 2 parts like I'm doing now. After folding into 2 equal parts, I'll take that folded edge, I'll take that part I folded to the other side, just like I just did now. If you want, this is not a half circle skirt, it's a full circle skirt. So this is how to fold it. That's a 360 skirt. So I first of all folded it into 2 equal parts, as you are seeing me do now. So I took that folded edge to the other end to give it that shape. Can you see? So it's very easy. Fold first, then take the folded part to the other side like I just did to give you this triangle shape. Look at it. I took that folded edge to this other end that is open. Yeah, so I took it that to give me that triangle shape. So after doing that, the next thing I'll do now, my waist measurement is 32. So I'm going to be dividing it. I'm dividing it by 4. If you don't want to do that, the radius to divide a circle, you can do, sorry, I added my zip allowance to whatever it is I got, what my waist measurement, then I divided by 4, or you can do 6.8 divide by whatever your measurement is, but I'm dividing by 4 inches, my waist measurement by 4 inches. So 32 is 8 inches, so I added 1 inch for my zip allowance, or 1.58. It depends on your preference. So that's what I'm trying to mark now. So I'm marking out that 9 inch. So I'm marking that out now. So I want to check if it's okay, if it's the same with what I got. For a circle, you divide by 6.28. Oh, divide by your waist measurement plus your zip allowance with 6.28. But for this, I divided my waist by 4 inches, and I added my zip allowance. So I'm doing 9.5 for this, or 9 inches. It all depends on how much zip allowance you are adding. So after doing that now, I'll mark that, then I'll cut it out. So I just cut that out now. So we are done with the waist part. So I'm going over to the length of my skirt. The length of this skirt is 24 inches. I want it 24 inches long. So can you see? So I'll put my tape at the waist part, then I'll keep marking 24 inches all the way around. You see what I'm doing? You make sure your tape is placed, your tape rule is placed at the edge, the waist part. Then you keep going like 24 inches. You keep turning it like that, like that. So you keep turning it like that. All the way till you get to the edge. I keep marking the 24 inches till I get to the edge of. So I'm just carefully doing that. 24 inches, my skirt length. So remember, for this, you just need your waist and your skirt length measurement. So I'm just trying to cross check if everything is okay. So we are done with this. Please, we have, okay, so see what we have. I'm cutting that out now. This is a 360 flace skirt, is a full circle skirt. So I've cut it out now. So see what we have. So I just want to check if, so my waist measurement is complete. Remember to add your zip allowance on the side. So you mark down there. So I'm going to measure what I have there now on the waist. So that's what I will use to cut out my band. There's a waistband, is like a high waist skirt, depending on how you want it. So this is what I'll use to cut out my band down. So I'll fold my fabric. I just want to cut out the band. For this skirt, I got 34. I said my waist was 32. So that's what I'll use now for the band. So if you want the band high, you can do 6 inches. So when you fold it, it will be 3 inches, or you can even do 7. But I don't want it too high, so I did 5 inches. So I'm going to measure 5 inch now for the length of the band. So that's what so I'll mark 5 inches now. Then I'll cut that out for my band. So when I fold it, I will have 2.5 inch for the length of the band. It's going to be on fold. So I'm doing 5 inch. You can do more, it depends on your preference. You can even do 8 inch if you want the band very, very high. So I'm doing 5 inch for this band. So I've cut that out now. That's what I have. So I'm trying to cut a lining. So I will repeat the same process. I'm using 1 yard for this lining. It's a very short lining. But if you don't want to cut it like a flake for the lining, you can just put it straight and plain. So I'm cutting stay interface that I'll put in the band to give it this firm, to make it look firm. So I'll put stay on the band. So I've ironed the stay on it, and I've sewn it together. I folded into two, and I mean the band, see, I folded the band into two. Can you see? So the next thing I'll do now, I'll take my band and fix on the waist of the flare that I will cut. I'll use pins to hold it down, then I'll go and sew it. So you see, I'm using my pins to, so I've taken it to the sewing machine and I've sewn it on the waist of the skirt. So I've sewn the band. Can you see? That's the place I joined it. So I'll take my lining now, that lining I cut, then I'll flip it up. I'll sew it on that place that the band was joined to the skirt, so that when I flip it over, to give inside that neat finishing. Can you see? So I'll go and sew it now. So I'm done sewing it. See what I have. I sewed it on the joining where I joined the band to the skirt. See, so after doing it, I just flipped it down to cover that up. So see what we have. That's how the inside is looking. So for the other side now, I will still flip it down. I won't sew the band. I'm trying to arrange it so you see it very well. See how neat it's looking on the inside. So the next thing I'll do now, I will just measure my actual waist on the band. Then I'll mark it say my waist is 32, I'll measure 32, mark it, then use the allowance, divide it into two. That's how I will fix my zip. So I'll go and put my zip now and show you. So I'm still trying to get that measurement. Just measure your actual waist on the band, then divide your zip allowance, use the remaining for zip allowance. So I've marked that out now. So that's where I'll put my zip allowance. So see what I was trying to say then. Before I start putting the zip now, I'll flip the lining to the front part again of the skirt, but I won't sew the band. So when I sew it on this side and flip it over, it will give that other edge that nice finishing. So I've attached my zip and I've closed that side up. Please, I'll do a video on how to fix a zip, to sew a zip on a skirt. I'll do a detailed video. I'll drop that next week. Just subscribe so you'll be notified when we post new videos. So I've attached my zip on it. So see what we have. So our skirt is almost ready. So what I will do now for the lower part, if you have a serger or a weaving machine, you just weave the lower part of the skirt and fold it. Then repeat that for the lining. Then your skirt is ready. Can you see? So the skirt is ready. You just have to weave the inside. But if you don't have a weaving machine, you don't have a way to weave it, what you do for a fillet, you just fold once and sew it round. After sewing it round, you fold again. You fold it once like this. Sew it round, then fold again and sew it round. It will come out nice. That's if you don't have a weaving machine. If you have a weaving machine, just weave, fold it and sew once. So I'm going to do that, all that now for the lining and the lower part of the skirt. Then I'll close up that zipper. Then our skirt is ready. So we are done with the skirt. Wow, see how beautiful it looks. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. See you in our next video and thanks for watching. Bye.